this is how I think the Niners are going to approach the season. Like I just broke down, they're not going to pass very much early. They're going to start Brock week 1, and his job is going to be to hand it off.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna hand off. He's gonna throw screens. I mean, he's not gonna throw the ball down the field very much. They're gonna build that up slowly, and they think they're gonna win. They can win that way, and they know. I mean, they've proven they can win that way. That being said, if Brock's job is to just hand off, they're playing 10 on 11, and they're talented enough to make it work. We've seen it, but it's hard, especially when you know the quarterback is limited or not fully back yet, and the play caller isn't trusting to make all the throws, which is I think is going to be what happens early on. So I'm interested to see, like, can the Niners win early on just running the ball against Pittsburgh, a good defense, if they know the quarterback is still compromised? Seems to me if the plan is just run as much as possible, do what you did in the NFC Championship game 4 years ago, it might be helpful to have a quarterback who can at least pose a threat of running.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if the plan is to hand off all but 10 times in the game, which I think is going to be the plan, 15 times, maybe the quarterback could do more than just hand off. Maybe he could hand off and do a bootleg too. Maybe he could, he could just present a threat. It might be, I'm just saying, do the Niners have a quarterback like that?
I think they do. Yeah. If the 49ers just want to run the ball, if they just want to run the ball, why wouldn't you play Trey Lance, right? Because now it's 11 on. You have to at least respect the possibility that Trey Lance may keep the ball and run himself. So that's one reason. I mean, I got like 5 reasons or 5 ways they can improve the running game, but that's definitely one. I mean, this isn't a good opportunity. If all you're going to be doing is handing off the ball, then why can't Trey Lance play? If you guys are concerned
that's what I'm
about,
saying.
Yeah.
And think about the way you're going to be handing off the ball with Brock Purdy. He'll be under center. You'll have Juszczyk in the backfield, and you'll have McCaffrey behind him. The play will start with Juszczyk going in motion to one of the sides, left or right. Brock will get the snap. He'll turn and pitch the ball to McCaffrey, who will have Juszczyk leading the way. And so the defense will know wherever Juszczyk goes, McCaffrey's going too. And the Niners are talented enough to grind it out and win that way. But with Lance in the game, if they're in the shotgun, defense has no freaking idea who's keeping the ball. Yeah. Even if Lance hands it off every single time, they still don't know. They still have to honor him keeping it. And what I saw when he played is every time he was in the shotgun and handed it off, defense were looking at him.
Yeah.
Him.
Yeah.
So I think if he would enhance Christian McCaffrey's game tremendously, Jordan Mason, Elijah Mitchell. But hey, give it a shot with Brock. But if you get in the games and you realize, man, this is kind of hard, like defenses aren't really respecting his arm because it's not really all the way back yet. We're trying to win just running the ball and it's all congested. Well, yeah, once you make it 11 on 11 football, I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah. This wasn't on my list, but I would love to see like Elijah Mitchell and CMC in the backfield together, right? Split back. Like you don't know who's getting it, which direction, right? It feels like they almost run opposite every time, right? If Christian McCaffrey's on the right side, they run to the left, and vice versa. So I would like to see both those guys in the backfield together would be another one of mine. But I got more, man. Like other ways they can enhance their run game would be the running back by committee. I felt like they did that in 2019, and we haven't seen that yet. Like keep Christian McCaffrey healthy, keep his legs fresh, keep Elijah Mitchell healthy, keep his legs fresh, run Jordan Mason, like run all 3. And then the other one, Jordan Mason should be your goal line back. Absolutely should be your goal line back or your third and short. Yeah.
I mean, I think, like, again, you could be winning these games in September and October without giving Christian McCaffrey more than 15 carries a game. Like, you give him a lot of touches throwing the ball, but you don't have to give him 20. There were games where he's had like 30 touches. Like, don't do that early. But I think the thing with McCaffrey, he had a great year last year, a very good year. He averaged 4.7 yards per carry on the Niners. He's better than that. He should be averaging 5+. And when he did, that was in Carolina. He averaged 5 yards a carry in 2018 and 4.8 yards per carry in 2019. That's when he was in the shotgun with Cam Newton, and defenses had to split their vision and figure out where the ball was going to go. It's going to enhance his game to play with Trey Lance. It's going to enhance Trey Lance's game to play with Christian McCaffrey. Haters are mad. Haters are scared. They don't want to see it happen. They don't want to see it. That's why they want Lance off the team right now, because they know that Christian McCaffrey makes every quarterback way better. And Lance is going to make – what's going to happen is Lance plays – and McCaffrey's going to average like 5.5 yards a carry. I'm calling it right now. 5.5 yards a carry.
Yeah, because you got to respect Trey Lance as a runner.
You have to.
That doesn't mean you need to run him 13 and a half times per game.
Nope. You could run him 0 times per game, and they still have to honor him. Honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I would do.
Exactly.
Run him freaking no times week 1. Then maybe 1 time week 2. They don't know.
and then hit him, and then all of a sudden he'll get a breakout run because he doesn't run a lot. All of a sudden, right time.
Every time he pulled it and tried to run, defenses were like, "We have 8 guys on you." It's like, okay, let him hand off 100 times, and then defenses won't.
Right.
Mr. Blue Magic 23 says that's a brand name. Says Brock is good, but gets worse as the game goes on. I'm posting a video with stats later.
Shout out to Mr. Blue Magic. Was on the call-in show yesterday on my channel. Good guy.
That's
Brooklyn. He was in Brooklyn. He's from Brooklyn.
I feel it. Okay. Yeah. I was not in Brooklyn I didn't go to Brooklyn, but I was in Manhattan.
There you go.
Rod Simmons says, is QC hiring? I could be a stunt devil for Grant when Kinlaw type shows up. Oh, man. Call me the dark side Iggy. Yeah, next time a player shows up, I'm going to be like, Rod, take this one from me. Thank you, Rod. I appreciate it. Yeah. All right. Let's talk one more thing, and then we'll do training camp, but not yet.
I got one more on the run game.
Oh, let's talk running game. Okay, go ahead.
Trent Williams stopped tipping plays. Shout out to Jesse.
It's crazy how no one gives him everyone acknowledges that he's doing it, and people are just like, "Oh well, LOL." Ha! Like, what? I'm sorry. Yeah. You can't do that. You don't get to be good enough individually to do that to your team. When we asked Chris Forster about it, I was like, is it one of those things where it doesn't really affect Trent Williams, but it affects the rest of the offense? He was like, yeah. And I tried to explain it to him like, yeah, that gives you the best chance to beat your guy, but it really puts Mike McGlinchey in a bad position. He said that on the record. And
the
Trent's like, well,
line coach.
Yeah, and Trent's like, well, I mean, they don't know what run's coming. They don't know what pass is coming. Like, dude.
It's different.
What if it's a play action pass and you're tipping pass? Come on. That's what happened on Brock's injury. I'm not blaming you for Brock's injury, but I'm not blaming you for it either, Trent. Also, Trent's a little overhyped at this point in his career. To me, I don't think he does much in the offseason. He sort of gets himself in shape early in the season. When Trey Lance got hurt week 2, that was Trent Williams' missed block. Then he got hurt the next week with the high ankle sprain. And by about, halfway through the year, he's kicking ass. But man, they could use a full season of him, but that's not really him. Misses a couple games.
He's up there in age. He's definitely trying to pace himself.
I'm up there in age too. I'm actually technically older than Trent Williams, and my back hurts randomly all the time. Like sciatica.
Yeah.
So I feel it.
But not to totally tear down Trent Williams. I love Trent Williams. It's just he is tipping plays. There's no question about it.
We're not saying he's bad. That's the thing with Trent Williams. Some people say he's the best left tackle of all time or the best left tackle in the game. I'm like, well, that's arguable. But if you're in that conversation, you can't do stuff like this.
Yeah, Jonathan Ogden didn't tip plays.
Yeah, come on. You're the best. Yeah. One of the best ever. Respect, Trent. Come on. This is beneath you.
Tighten it up.
Tighten it up.